winded downwards treasured sites in Christianity.
All right. Oh, welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm Rich Giordano, and it is Thursday, December 16th, 2021. How is everybody? Are you okay? How is everybody? Are you insane? When will we get disclosure? When will we say it's over? When will we meet the ones from there? Who are they? Oh, I see a little problem right there. I gotta fix that. I forgot to close the door. That is the kitchen light that's behind the magic screen here. That's still, I'm going to leave this there. I like this opening. It's like you're seeing behind. See? You're seeing behind reality right there. I'm leaving it. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay. Because nothing is. Except for the matrix we're living in. Hope you guys... Whoa. Hope you guys... Hold on. Hello. Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4. Let me see here. Yeah, tonight's show. COVID. You may not want to hang around. You may want to leave for this one. Goof On has never, ever tried to be like any other show. And tonight's no different. Tonight, I wasn't even going to do a show. Wasn't even going to. Why bother? That's not true. I think what we're noticing here is the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's like, does it, yeah, nothing matters. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what I think. Let me see this new coffee I got. This is caramel. Kind of nutty. This is caramel mixed with coconut. Coconut caramel crunch. That's what it is. I couldn't remember the name. It's a Hawaiian bun. And it was half price. And I said, I'm going to try it. And that's what I'm doing. Oh. I might just sit here and not say a word. It's not coffee. It is a dessert. You're right. Maybe I'll just sit here and talk to the chat room like a lot of other shows do. We can do that. I don't know where these... Yeah, I had fingerprints. You know what those fingerprints were? I was crunching up a little bit of a bud, and that was me crimping the hat, and that was my fingerprint on there because I still had the particles on my fingers. Yeah, it's all right in here. Somebody said earlier today, I think it was on Alien Addict, Rich, go smoke, go relax, take a nap. So I did. And that's why we're a little late. And I took the advice and I tried eating. I ate a little bit. Slept about 12 hours. And today was my father's birthday. He was 80. So I said happy birthday. That was around noonish, 11:30 in the morning. I fell asleep. From there till about 6, when then I noticed Alien Addict was on. I'm like, oh yeah, Ray Hernandez. And I went in the chat room there, and I was literally just woken up. And yeah, I slept in the morning, about 5.5 hours, from about 6 to 11:30, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. And last night, yeah, I slept about a good 4 hours in between after the show last night till about 4:30 a.m. And then I fell asleep around 6. Yeah. Yeah, I slept a lot. Just got to get out and do something. And I chose not to. But tonight, I wanted to talk about stupid Bigfoot in Vietnam. It's so stupid. Like, who believes this shit? You know what I mean? It's like, why do I even bother telling this story? Because it was military. They told you the story. No, there was a story through a friend of a friend who knew somebody in the military. It's never anybody I need to meet. I want to meet somebody who's seen Bigfoot. I want to know. I don't want no fake account. I want to see pictures. I want to see imprints. I want to see scat. I want to see hair. I want to see follicles, sperm, spit, slobber. Give me something other than a story. But it's a good story. Bigfoot in Vietnam. Yeah. It's a 1-minute story. That's all. I'm not going to waste your time with it. And then somebody sent me evidence. I know who it is, but I'm not going to say their name. And it proved that the orb that Christopher Bledsoe captured was just one of those projection pet locket things. Like, you get a picture of your dog or cat or whatever, and it projects it onto the wall with a little light. It's a projection pendant. Never knew. And I found the dog. I found the freaking dog that matches the picture pretty closely. I mean, it might be off a little bit, but I think that's what this guy's doing, Christopher Bledsoe. It's so damn close. I think he mirror flipped it, put it as I got an orb and you can see a face in it. It's my dog, Charlie. Yeah, poor dead Charlie. Doesn't even exist, this dog. No, I was there. I saw Charlie. These people who hung out with Christopher Bledsoe, like Science Blob and a couple of other people, they're smart people, right? But they're not smart in the paranormal world. They're not. They're new to this. Science Blob hasn't been in the paranormal world forever. He doesn't know. He doesn't go on ghost hunts. He doesn't chase UFOs. This guy doesn't know anything about cameras, trickery, fondouchery. That's a word. You put that down. Ma, fondouche, meatball, giddy up. She knows what I mean. A lot of fondouchery going on. These people get fooled all the time. Don't know? Well, that was an orb. Can't you tell? It was my dog Charlie. You can see his face in there. He's smiling. He's so pretty. Poor Charlie didn't know he was going to be an orb star. Dog would have committed suicide out in the frickin' lot. Area 51 by the dumpster. Huh? Doesn't matter. We're all living in a matrix anyway. It's not real. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter who's here, who's speaking. It's the same garbage being finagled, disseminated, whatever you want to call it, out into the public. And then if you believe it, oh yeah, good job, Rich. Good job, Alien Addict. Good job, everybody. You guys, I love what you say. And that's what happens. We find like-minded people, but none of us have the truth. No, I don't. Do you? No, you think you do. I thought I did. I don't. You really don't. None of us do. What do I know? What do I say? What do I say we all know? Nothing. We all know nothing. Because that's it. Where's the evidence? Where's the proof? It's in the picture on the wall in an orb at Gush. I don't even know why I bother. So tonight, I don't give a shit. Just talking at my own pace. I'm not going to try to be anybody I'm not. I never do. Yeah, if you want to hang out, good. If not, hit the road, Jack. All right? I can talk till I'm blue in the face about my experiences. That's just for me. Nobody cares. You guys don't give a shit. I know it. I know it. I know you don't. Say you do, but I know you don't. Doesn't matter what we do here. It really doesn't. Nobody cares. I go on Twitter. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. And the sad thing is, they should be watching and listening. Not only do we not know anything, but we know less about nothing than they do, which means we know more about something than they do, which means we can see through most of the bullshit, and we're so close that whenever they go out, the leaders in ufology or paranormal, when they go out in public and start yapping their fucking jaws and talking their bullshit, we can see the lie. That's what makes us one step better. That's what makes us that much smarter. So for that, I will continue here at GoofOn. As much as I feel like I'm spitting out nothing, I do it as therapy for myself and for some of you who feel like there's nobody who believes in what I believe. And well, hell, you got a place right here where we believe what you believe. Not only do we believe what you believe, we say what you want to say and can't say it. We are the voice for the people who are silent. We are the ones who are brave enough and thick-skinned enough to talk against the narrative that is a bold-faced lie without any proof knowing anything at all. Why? Because they've proven it every single time they've gone out in public, said they were going to do something, and it didn't happen. So we may know nothing, but we know less of nothing than they do. And we can see that bullshit. And we can see it every effing time they go on TV. They go on YouTube. They make a documentary or whatever. So that's what we're here for. Trying to look behind the veil. By the way, Above Top Secret will be out in February by Third Phase of Moon. And you can catch... Isn't that the name of the band, Third Phase of Moon, Behind the Veil? Don't forget, that album's still out there. You can check all streaming services. And what else are we talking about tonight? The Baltic Sea anomaly. On Mars? Yeah. 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 Let's do a little roll call, shall we? Sam O, welcome to the show. Coral Ann, welcome to the show. Liz G, welcome to the show. Jimmy Mack, welcome to the show. Mortimer James, welcome to the show. Felicia Flores, welcome to the show. IR Film, welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins, the show welcomes you. It is a dessert. I now have a drinking problem. I've come to realize that I can't ingest liquids like I used to without gagging. Margaret Peggy, in quotes, welcome to the show. EZE021, welcome to the show. Dan Bob, welcome to the show. Kelly Lewis, welcome to the show. That's EW, not OU. Brooklyn King, 718. What's up, man? How you doing? Hey. The Gorilla Gamer, welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. Aaron Caputo, welcome to the show. B. Baker, this is the way, welcome to the show today. Space Exposure, welcome to the show, sure. D. Tubbin, what's up? Welcome to the show. Mortimer James, welcome to the show. Cody Steerley, welcome to the show. Tony McClear, welcome to the show. Brian Elp, welcome to the show. Tina Mobley, did I say it? I'll say it again anyway. Welcome to the show. Andy Gambino, welcome to the show, so. Stavro, welcome to the show. Composite, welcome to the show. Mystic Q, welcome to the show. Who's coming in through that front door still? It's closing. Colin Allen, welcome to the show. Marvin Dale Likens Jr., welcome to the show. Scotty Eisner, welcome to the show. Patrick Sheehan, welcome to the show. 3 seconds, and that's it. Thank you, everybody. If I didn't get your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I didn't catch you. Skay, Bethany Cohn, welcome to the show. And lastly, we got a few more stragglers. Kimberly Markle Silva, welcome to the show. Gavin Adams, welcome to the show. Brian Yates, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Off-World Skeletor, welcome to the show. And last but not least, Andy C's Nibiru, or Nibiru, whatever you frig you want to call it. Hey, man. So, I feel there's not a lot going on in ufology. We were all a little spoiled, I think, with the build-up to the 180 days. And after that, we rode this wave for 4 to 6 weeks where not only we watched everybody, not just goof on, every single person in the field noticed on their channel, because we were up to 225 viewers live every show. Now we're 100 less. They literally shut the door after the date, right after the 180-day thing ended. And it's weird as a YouTuber because you think you're growing and growing. And I know a lot of you out there feel the same way. You're like, my God, I can't believe it. Alien Addict was having record numbers. I had record numbers. All these other shows had record numbers. The day after the 180-day dump. And this is how you know the narrative is being controlled by your friendly neighborhood government. Because nothing happened after July 25th or June 25th, whatever friggin' day it was. And it has gotten to the point where it is really difficult for me, because I go just about every night, to go every night without having a guest on the show. Now, I don't mind a guest on the show. Love having a guest on the show. But I don't like getting the guest on the show. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like having to go through all the hoops. I don't like having to set this and that. And all that other stuff. I just don't. Hey, you want to know the truth? That's it. Plus, I always feel like there's something I want to talk about. And I just got used to doing a show without a guest. And I think a lot of people, because I've heard it before, people try to help me out. I'll ask for help, like I've done recently. And I said, what can I do differently? What can I do? I feel like I'm in quicksand. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not feeling excited about this. This show, I want to talk about things that are exciting. I have nothing. I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. And everybody says, well, maybe, start getting guests. Yeah. But the guests, it's okay. I mean, I am getting a guest next. Jim Goodall's going to be coming on soon. We had Shrad on before that. I mean, we got some pretty good people before that. Brian Forrester. So, just doing that seems like I'm cheating. See, every show does that. Every show, gotta have a guest. Well, just do the show with no guest one night. Maybe your fans are like, no, I can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it? I do it every night. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Just talk to them. Just grab 5 articles and talk about it. Then they'll have other things branching off of what you're talking about, and you talk about those things. And it's like a big tree of knowledge that all of a sudden it's coming out. No, can't do it. Gotta have a guest. All right. Well, I don't feel like I'm giving you what I want to give you, which is why we don't have guests. I get people asking me every month, how about getting more guests? Can you get guests? I'm like, well, I can. But it's not that you want the guest because you heard everything they said already. And I think what you guys are telling me, and some of you blatantly just said, we want to see you interview so-and-so and so-and-so. Why? Why? What am I going to do differently? You think I'm going to say, hey, Corbell, why you lying? You think I'm going to really act that way? I probably would with Corbell. I would. I would say, why are you lying? You know you're lying. Where's he going? He hung up on the phone. He would hang up and leave. Now, Rich, if I'm coming on your show, there's going to be some rules we're going to have to lay down. I don't want to be talked down to. I don't want you to ask me questions that I don't have the answers for. Okay? I don't have the answers, and you can't ask me those questions. I don't want to be restricted by anybody asking me, and it's never happened to me. Nobody's ever said, here's what we're talking about. These are the prepared questions for you. That's never happened. As a matter of fact, I can take that back and say I was with it's a book company. And when I was with Blog Talk Radio, it was a free service they provided that if they sent me this person's information, they can be a guest on the show. And my God, they came with everything you needed to know about this guest. All the questions they're familiar with. And I take that thing and just rip it up and put it to the side. I ask the questions I want to ask. But you know what happens when you do that in ufology? He's attacking and don't attack him. The crybabies come out. The snowflakes start melting. Did I miss a super chat earlier? I thought I did. Did I? Because I see one there from FAP. I thought I saw one earlier. Did I not get to it? FAP with a $10 super chat. Oh yeah, that's right. And thank you very much for that. FAP, you're a continuing supporter of Goof On. That gets you one of these right here. I appreciate it. You are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Mucho gusto generoso. I think there was another one earlier, right? Did I miss it? Somebody put a $2 one. I think I might have said it. Oh, there it is. Moonlicked. I missed it. I'm sorry. Magilla Gorilla loves you, Richie. Oh my God, the Magilla Gorilla. I forgot all about Magilla Gorilla. That is a great super chat for $3.69. I can't believe the Magilla Gorilla. That's hilarious. Thank you for that. Sorry, I almost missed it. And I do think there was another one. Moonlight, you are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. You can help support GoofOn. Every day we go, and the super chats and the super stickers, you can help with PayPal and the Cash App. That keeps the show going, so we can do this every day. And I want to thank you guys for the support. Mucho gusto generoso, Moonlixo. That is funny. Oh, yeah, let's give you one of these. Huh? How about that one right there? Is that good? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that is a dessert. Oh, I sounded like Seth Rogen right there. Wow, that was weird. I sounded like Seth Rogen. I can't do the voice unless I think I can do Seth Rogen. Wow, that's kind of close. You have to act like you have indigestion to do him. You know, I think that's real. Now I can't do it. I'm going to get right to this. Jean Ward. I think I talked about this now that I'm looking at it. Jean Ward. And he is the guy who gave us permission, as long as we link it up, to show his stuff. And I think I talked about this. But I have something here. Hold on. Let me pull this up first. Because there is a 3D makeup of the... your mother's got 9 lips. Come on, Richie. This is what I don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I have stuff set up. I do this every show. It's not, oh, there it is. I had it ready. Well, this is a 3D render. What am I doing? Wait a second. How am I? All right. Check it out. I had it ready. Didn't even know it. Yeah, well, anyway, you know the Baltic Sea anomaly. It's that thing. Now watch.
And let's take a close-up look. We've got the disc part at the back. Strange part coming over the back to the middle of the disc. Looks almost like some type of ducting or pipe. And then the 2 rectangular parts parallel with one another seems to be attached to this disc. There's a ridge line running through there. And then this strange narrow part sticking off the left hand side of the larger part there. So in the render we can see the disc-like part at the back. It's got straight edges over here, which I've also duplicated in the illustration, and then the 2 narrow parts sticking out the one side of the disc, and then that narrow rectangular part over there. Check out the strange part on the top. As I say, I'm not sure what that is. I've duplicated it here as best I could. It looks as if the top of the disc is also dented in slightly as well. Could this be some type of craft that crashed here in the distant past? Or is it a structure, maybe even natural geology, that produced this odd shape? Not exactly sure how, but there it is. We can only speculate as to what this might be. And this is a depiction, an artist's impression of what I think this anomaly looks like. Right down to the southern mid-latitudes, to Argaea Planitia.
This is what happens when you blow smoke. It messes up the camera. I'll be right back. Hold on. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I am going to fix it. I'm going to play a video for you and you will love it. It has to do with a lot of stuff we talk about. It has to do with things we don't care about. Oh, forget it. I don't give a sh. As a matter of fact, I like the swirling above my head. It looks angelic. Yeah, it looks angelic. That is interesting what he just showed us. Right? No? Yeah. Now, I was just on Third Phase UFO Report, and I remember doing a report about that. And I was looking for it, and I don't know where it is. It was even the thumbnail. It's not here. Unless I changed it, but I know some of these videos were removed. I don't know if that one was. But I remember talking about it, doing it. Did I do it here on GoofOn? Maybe I did it on GoofOn. I might have. Let's take a look. Because I thought that was an interesting... It was an upload. Let's see. Because I know I did that John Ward Anomaly. But there was something about that Baltic Sea Anomaly that I thought I was going to see in this video. That Baltic Sea Anomaly is really weird. They've gone down there and their equipment stopped working. I think they were making a documentary. I don't know if it ever came out. If anybody knows of a documentary, I know I can just type in Baltic Sea Anomaly and find it, probably. But let me see. I'm around. I'm 6 months ago. 7 months ago. That's so weird. So weird how memory doesn't work anymore when you get older. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. I think is it? Could it be? What is that? Boy, I've got some really strange... thumbnails. But no anomaly. What? I mean, what is wrong here? Yeah, wow, Rendlesham Forest. 11 months ago is when they came out with the story that it was a prank because I did a show on it. So weird. All right, I got to do something here. Let's do this. Remember the Batman balloon? That is now over a year ago. I think the 1 year anniversary was in November. That's right. I remember Nicole Sakic saying happy 1 year anniversary to the Batman balloon hoax. That's right. Can you believe it's been a year? Tim McShillen lying like that? Wow. It was a year ago that I changed my thumbnails up 13 months ago and started doing better thumbnails. Wow, this is so weird. I want to play this. Yeah, let's play this. I'm going to play this for a second because this is fun. This is good. Because I'm going to fix something in the office right now, and I'm just going to give you something to watch for a few minutes. That's why. All right. Let's get that off here. Let's get the English. All right. Well, that was a year ago. Got a pretty good one for you tonight, and I know what you're going to say. Because I'm going to say it with you. Okay? When you see this, I know what you're going to say. But I want you to understand something. What you're about to see is real. It's not faked. It's not CGI'd. It's taken off the radar from the Weather Channel. And it's from the app. And every now and then, you will see something strange, an anomaly, something that doesn't make sense. Well, this is one of those. Okay? And I'm going to show you. Because we just had very severe thunderstorms tonight. Only the second time in a month. And we've had a non-existent monsoon season. Well, anytime the radar gets going, strange things seem to appear, especially over Arizona. We've seen it in other cities too. We've seen it in Georgia. We've seen it in Chicago. We've seen it in radar of Boston. I mean, we've seen radar with strange anomalous things from weather apps. And we've seen things shoot up through from Antarctica all the way up to the North Pole. So this is one of those. It's pretty amazing, though, I have to admit. Here we go. So you could already see it. This is the radar. I have it going. Watch, it'll just loop because I took the screenshot. You can see it. Yes, is this the radar unit? Then where is this? No. Is this? No, it would have to be right here. Is that what we're seeing? Is this just radar mount? This is the white thing. This has nothing to do with radar. So there's nothing that looks, this is the only thing that looks like it, right? This looks like where the radar hit is coming from. And if that's true, this is where the radar tower or where the radar dish would be, whatever. Here's another strange anomaly up here. See how it just cuts off? I understand what you're saying. I get it. But here we are with the triangle perfectly placed from Mesa, Arizona, which is about 30 miles from me, all the way to Tucson. So you're going to tell me that a UFO is over 90 miles, or is it high in the atmosphere, making it look bigger? What is going on? Could it would have to be 3 radar dishes, right? That would cause this connection. I want you to tell me what it is. I'm going to watch it here for a second. And I'm going to show you something else. Let me grab some photos I took today of the storm. And when lightning strikes, some things happen to show up in the photographs. And I don't know what they are. But I'm going to, let me see, let me make sure I got the right one here. I've got like 6 pictures to show you. So let me pull this up. Is this it? It might show up on the screen. Oh, that's the radar. Okay, so I don't need that. So you might see some lightning bolts here. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the lightning. I kind of wanted to zoom in on that. Okay, here it is. So I'm looking at this cloud, and I don't know what the hell this is. This was from tonight. Never seen anything like it. Don't know what it is. Anybody? You want to tell me what I'm looking at? Because Uncle Richie don't know. I mean... So what are those things? Is it just reflections? UFOs. Why are they near the edge of the cloud? I've tried finding these before. It looks like, yeah, it's somebody's butt. You guys are the best ever. I swear on my life. Look at this. 13 months ago, we had 1,780 subscribers. We've gotten 5,000 since that's it. I don't know what those are. This is in a cloud. I'll show you the original picture. Yeah, you can see them even over here. So I have to imagine, okay, this is from a lightning bolt that's coming from behind the cloud. It's coming from here, right? So maybe these are just shadows on the other side. But very strange looking shadows. Let me get the original. I think I got it right here. I don't know. No, that's a smaller one of those. Where's the original? Well, we need the original. I mean, I think I still have it on my phone. But very strange. I have never seen anything like it. That's from top of the mountain. You guys, I was doing the live stream. Let me see, where did my original photo go? Anyway, I just thought I'd hold you over. Yep, didn't fix anything. Look at this, is so weird. There's no smoke. There's no vape. I'm going to continue this. Hold on. I'm going to grab something. All right, let me email this to myself and send it over so you could see it. And you'll see the original. You'll see there's no howdy doody going on. You know what I mean. We'll label that triple G. All right, it's coming. I'm going to grab it. Take a look at that. And here we go. And it is now still not in my email. There it is. All right, let's take, so this is the original picture. And open. Oh, it's the same thing? It looked different on the phone. Well, damn it. Anyway, you have to just imagine. Oh, I know why. Because I took it from the video and then I still framed. Yeah, it should be here, but I must have cleaned it out. Anyway, that. All right, there we go. You can see it there. Now look how much brighter it is behind the veil. So we're going to leave the veil open. Yeah, I'm also going to change something here. I told you it's not a normal night tonight. I told you. Okay? Right here. Let's do this. We'll go behind the veil with the whole team. Yeah, see, now this is bothering me. Now I can't have this anymore. I can't have it. Next video I'll fix it. Anyway, let's get moving. I always thought that radar anomaly we just saw was just that, a radar anomaly, but I haven't seen it like that since. Now the weird thing about that radar anomaly I was showing you guys in that video is that it has shown up again and again. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I swear, I got to tell you, I'm about to beat myself up silly. There. That's not what I wanted. I want this one. No. Oh, I swear to God. That's the one. That anomaly is strange. Now, the weird thing about that, about 2 days later, this triangle had moved. But it was very faint and it was very hard to see. But it was up further towards Phoenix, like almost over Phoenix. But, Phoenix is known for that big triangle that flew over March 13th, 1997. And it was a 1 to 2 mile wide craft. This would have to be 90 to 100 miles. Come on. What? You don't think so? Look, if there's UFOs, motherships near the sun that are size of our planet, then I think a little 90-mile to 100-mile UFO might be captured on radar. Nah, it's nothing. It's just fun. You see what I mean? Not everything is what it seems. It never is. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Why we're living in a matrix reality? That's a good question. Well, I have a video I can show you if you want to see. And this is real. This is not the first time this has ever happened. Check it out. Now, I don't know if I can play that music, so how do I turn that off? Raining in only one spot with no clouds. I'm not sure if that plays the whole time. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're going through all the matrix. Remember this guy? He got tapped on his shoulder by himself. Yeah. There was a man that was walking by, and if he didn't tap him on the shoulder, this guy might have been dead, because as the truck drove by, there was a gate or something closing, and I can't go backwards, but we think it's himself. But from the future saved him. Pretty amazing. Watch again. I hate this guy. It's only raining there. Remember that? And everybody started looking out the windows, walking down the streets, and it was coming from there, not from the rooftops. And then that dog showed up out of nowhere. Remember that? There he is. He taps himself. I'll play it again. I hate this guy. Stupid water. Now that raining is real. Cops were there looking at it. It wasn't coming off the roof. It wasn't a hose. Dog just appears out of nowhere. There he is. He's wearing the same jacket and it looks like him. That gate would have crushed him. So, as I told you, I watched that David Icke documentary. Renegade, I believe it is. That's the name of it. Renegade. And David Icke is very strange. He is strange. Do you know he thinks he has been getting secrets from the other side of the matrix? When he was young, he says he felt a presence, and as he got older, the presence kind of made him who he is today, showing him things behind the scenes. And this part in his life, when he went on, I think it was BBC or something like that, he went on a talk show for his beliefs that everything we see isn't what we think it is. And people in the audience were laughing at him. And he said, you never know who you really are until you're ridiculed the way he was. His family, his kids at school, and they were being harassed. One day he's a local hero, and literally 24 hours later, he's the weirdo. And people didn't want to deal with him. Nobody would get next to him, or his family, or his kids. Pretty sad, actually. Just because somebody believes a little outside the box. But he said he was getting these feelings. I don't know if you've seen the documentary. It's not that bad. But you have to suspend your disbelief. Now, the weird thing, at the same time, Alex Jones was talking about reptilioids and that they're running the country, the world. There's literally like 5 people or 5 beings or 5 aliens that run everything. And that's awfully hard to say without proof. It was pretty amazing. His kid comes and talks about it. But David Icke is really odd. What if he is like a messiah or something like the new Moses?
Why? I've agreed with the government because I always do what the government tells me.
And this is free. I think we're allowed to play this, right? Nope, you can't play it. I don't know. It doesn't say you can't, but I don't think I can. It says free movie, but it doesn't mean it's... I'll play a little piece here and there. Fair use it. But he goes into the government and how politics works, and all this, of course, is in his eye, and the things that he sees, but it really is a weird way to live. I don't know how he did it, but I wanted to get that thing that he said. I can't.
That was inspired by your work, and of course, jaw drop.
Odd. Here we go. Let's see.
According to his book, The Truth Vibrations, the world as we know it is about to end. David Icke.
I remember this very clearly. 17 million people, I think, was the audience. It was absolutely massive. I was sitting there, the audience were laughing.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you. Fine.
So he's just sick. Yeah, B. Baker, it may be okay to play there, but on YouTube, it may not be able to play here. So unless it goes through the YouTube analytics, I'm not playing a video from anywhere else. I made that up. I come to the conclusion that if it's on YouTube, YouTube approved it. If it's on another channel or another streaming place, YouTube didn't approve that video. There's no way I'm going to play it. That's David Icke. I'm picking out sections that I think we could play. But, yeah, they may be free to play on band, which is scary enough to say.
David Icke, the person who had been the one that I identified with up to that point, was dying 1,000 deaths. And I was thinking to myself, my life's over.
Why should I impose my will? Why should I try to impose what I'm saying on anyone? They have the right to listen to what I'm saying,
But if you
to listen to what the traditional
if you don't
church
give
is
them
saying.
any kind of proof, if you don't give them any reason to believe in you, they will dismiss you as a crank, which is what they're doing.
Well, that's their free will choice. But
You know? As I see the comments in the chat room, some of you think that David Icke is a kook, a crank, or, somebody who's bonkers. Why? Why? I mean, the things that he says don't really resonate with me, but they don't resonate against me. And why is it really hard to believe? Why is it hard to believe that there's aliens, maybe the Anunnaki or whatever, the tall whites, the grays, maybe it's one of each, maybe it's none. But in his mind, he's seeing behind the veil. He's getting some sort of feeling that he can't explain, and it gives him these ideologies or for some, I don't know, I don't even know how to word it, but it's giving him maybe visions of what the truth really is. If you believe that aliens are walking amongst us and you wouldn't even recognize them on the street as they walked by, why would you have a hard time believing David Icke? Why? That's just as kooky as David Icke. As a matter of fact, it is kooky. It's all kooky because there's no proofy. And without proofy, it's just talk. But maybe, as in the movie Contact, remember when Jodie Foster came back with no proof, and she said, and the guy asks her at the congressional hearings, he goes, "So, do you want us to believe everything you're saying based on faith?" Yes, sir, that is what I'm asking. "Before you went on this adventure, you weren't even a believer in God. You believed that 80% of the world is lunacy, that we're all crazy. But now you want us to believe and have faith in something that you saw with no proof?" "Yes, sir. That is my wish, sir, yes." "And why would it be done this way?" "Because they said this is how it's been done for billions of years." You know how she talks like this in that movie? Jodie Foster. "So, you want us to believe on faith, faith, faith?" Yes, sir, I do. Maybe Icke, just like Galileo, who was locked up for his belief that the Earth is not the center of the solar system, but the sun is, got thrown in jail for that belief. He was right. It was Galileo, right? I'm right on that, right? Please tell me I'm right. What if Moses talked to a burning bush and came out of there with these 10 commandments? "Oh, where'd you get those commandments, Moses?" "They were in the burning bush." "A what? A burning bush? Is this on?" "No, we heard you. We just had it. It was hard to believe you, Moses. Where'd you get those, what do you call them? 15? Ah, shit, he dropped 5. 10 commandments. So you want us to believe you, Moses?" Yes, I would. "And you want us to believe that a burning bush talked to you? And why should we believe you?" "Because they said this is the way it's been done for billions of years. And you want us to what? Just have faith?" That is correct. You don't have to get that close to the microphone, Moses. We can hear you. Yeah. Why is it so hard to believe David Icke? I don't think his story's that crazy. I don't. As a matter of fact, it lines up with just about everything everybody's saying. Here's what Lou Elizondo was talking about recently. We don't know where they come from. We don't know what they are. We just know that they are. And if we can't monitor them the right way or analyze them because we don't have the technology to do so, well, we feel like they're a threat because we don't and do not understand what they are. So what are you saying, Lou? You want us to have faith? I'm saying I want you to have faith in me. So you want us to believe your bullshit lie now too, huh? So what are you so... How is he so different from David Icke? How's he so different from Moses? I am too. Space exposure. I am too. There may be some bloodline hierarchy going on here. What's up, Dr. Z. Smith? I'm the best unidentified S4. How am I the best? All I'm doing is just speaking what I think is the truth. Oh, Ryan Gordon. Oh, Scott, why do you have to do that? You want to do that here? Ryan Gordon isn't even close to what David Icke is. Ryan Gordon has made some claims that he can't prove either. And with the shady past, okay, a shady past, and I'm not getting into it now 100%, but Ryan Gordon, everybody, is the guy who says he has evidence. He recorded an interview with Wayne, the guy who supposedly owns the property where the tunnel is to the aliens, says he has pictures and gave us proof. And the proof was Google Earth images, which you and I could have gotten. He didn't give us the recording. He didn't prove anything with the text. Alien Addict still hasn't received that information. So, yeah. Ryan Gordon has a shady past. David Icke didn't have any shady past. He came out of the gate doing what he was doing. And Ryan Gordon shouldn't even be on the same sentence as David Icke. David Icke's been out there for over 30 years. Ryan Gordon's been out into the UFO field. And he's not even a UFO guy. And what about what Mike Rogers is saying now about Ryan Gordon? Remember, Ryan Gordon was the guy who said that Travis Walton and Mike Rogers faked and hoaxed that 1975 abduction. And Mike Rogers just came out recently and said that Ryan Gordon is lying. And that Mike Rogers said, I never said that. He manipulated the recordings, cut them up, and made them sound like, taking everything out of context, he made it sound like I said we hoaxed stuff. So, I didn't hear what sounded like cut and paste with any interview with Mike. To me, it sounded like Mike actually said they hoaxed it. So, but there's more negative stuff on Ryan Gordon than there is on David Icke. And David Icke's been around for 30 years. Ryan's got more bullshit on him than David Icke does, in my opinion. And the reason I say that, because Ryan Gordon just came out yesterday, and David Icke's been around for 30 plus years, maybe more, doing this. And Ryan has just as many negative things in 2 days than David Icke does in 30 years. So, until Ryan Gordon proves something, he's just the guy who's trying to get, See, I knew you were still mad about that. Why do you have to bring that up? Why couldn't you just talk to me about it? I mean, I thought we were past it, Scott. Ryan Gordon. He's a nobody. And just because you believe him, you shouldn't be mad at me because I don't believe him. I'm just doing the job that I feel that is necessary and pointing out the problems with Ryan Gordon and all the shit that he's been putting on the UFO community. He's got a real shady past. Real shady. And I haven't even told the audience yet because I don't feel it's time. When I'm done researching it, I'll say it. See, I knew you wouldn't let that go. Who cares? Why do you got to bring Ryan Gordon up? Talking about David Icke. Yeah, David Icke's, you could say what you want about him, but Ryan Gordon doesn't hold a candle to David Icke. And I didn't say I believe in David Icke either. I said, what's wrong with what David Icke is saying? Everybody's bullshitting. And nobody can prove anything about anyone. Nobody. That's why I don't like talking about things of myself without having video to back it up. Because I know I have to stick to the same standards. And so should Ryan Gordon, and so should David Icke. And David Icke is way better at disseminating information than Ryan Gordon. Ryan Gordon doesn't hold a candle to anybody as far as I'm concerned. I didn't even know who he was. I mean, nobody knows who he is. David Icke, the world knows. It's a little different. It's a lot different. I knew you were still mad. Just because I don't believe in the guy, I'm surprised you believe in him, actually. I really am. I'm surprised you believe in him, man. And I think you have to say you believe in him because you're his friend and you're sticking by him no matter what. And believe me, if it comes down to it someday, you're going to probably go down with him, backing that guy up, Scott, because he's not a credible guy. And I don't care if he comes out of it looking squeaky clean. His image is tarnished. But you can do what you want. You're a grown adult, just like I've chosen to do what I want and team up with certain people that you don't like or believe in. And this is the world we live in. I'm not mad at you, Scott. I'm not mad at all. Actually, I'm kind of shocked. I just happened to be looking in the chat room. I mean, I just caught that. I don't know if it was meant to be. But I understand. I understand why you're backing him up. And I hope that doesn't ever come to bite you in the butt, because I think you're a hell of a guy and a very good researcher. None of us are perfect. I just think that Ryan Gordon is a bullshit artist. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right. But it looks like it is. Just like we could tell about Jussie Smollett. Everybody knew Jesse Smollett, whatever the hell his name is. We all knew he was lying. But, dragging us through the courts, and he still said he's innocent, that he didn't make up the story. Come on. That's going to be what Ryan Gordon's going to do. If Ryan Gordon comes out with evidence, real evidence that he spoke with Wayne and can prove it, not just audio. I don't want audio. I want video. But to tell us that he has photographic evidence that he was out there and shows us Google Earth images, that's not from his camera. I mean, what do you expect me to believe? You expect me to believe that Ryan Gordon was actually out there speaking to Wayne? I didn't see any receipts, any cash receipts for $1,000. I didn't see Wayne. There's a lot of problems with that guy, with that claim. I believe Anjali more than I believe Ryan Gordon. No, I don't. I believe she did have an experience, though, of her own. And that's all she claimed, is that she had an experience. What her problem was is that she said she's going to bring a team of researchers to this cave on Wayne's property and is going to bring back proof. That was her problem. She was never there physically, only mentally. Right? Right? Isn't that what happened? She was there mentally. Yeah. Anyway, I'm moving on. That subject has taken a sour turn, and now we're changing the topic. We're going to go to Bigfoot. U.S. soldiers encounter Bigfoot during the Vietnam War. And if this is real, which I think it is, because there's a whole documentary about it. We've talked about it about a year ago. But here's a little snippet and a reminder that Bigfoot has been around in even the harshest of places. Here we go in 3, 2, and goes.
Bigfoot during the Vietnam War. It's over a year into the conflict when a squad of 12 men were making their way back to camp after a long day of fighting. But as they were making their way through the dense jungle, the North Vietnamese attacked. The squad would hit the deck, and after a roll call, they knew everybody was okay. Dusk was just beginning to fall over the jungle, so they couldn't see anybody, but they could see the flash from their muzzle. So they would occasionally pop up and return fire in their direction. When suddenly, what the soldier thought was a bush next to him stood up. The beast stood 7 feet tall and had a body that was pure muscle. It was covered in hair and moved through the jungle with impressive agility. No sooner they hear the North Vietnamese cry out to each other, "Batutu!" And that's when the gunfire stops. Then you hear a beast from their side let out a fierce roar, and seemingly out of nowhere, a dozen of them stand up around them. The Vietnamese began opening fire. One of the beasts was taking fire and running through the bullets, but they quickly dispersed. The U.S. soldiers would retreat and return to base, coming back the next morning. 5 North soldiers dead. U.S. soldiers.
That's crazy. No proof. There's no proof, my children. No proof, but you've got accounts like this from Vietnam. That's pretty wild stuff. Yeah, Bigfoot's been around. I don't know if it's what is it? What is that? Hippopotamus? Gigantopithecus. It's not. I don't know if it is a Gigantopithecus that stood 10 feet tall, but there really was a Gigantopithecus creature. Maybe they're still out there. What fascinates me and what frustrates me are the same thing, is that Bigfoot has been seen but not captured. Every picture and every video is scrutinized, and we still don't know. We see things that look like men in suits walking across water as Bigfoot. They look weird. There's a few videos out there that look okay. But I don't know, man, if Bigfoot is real. I really don't. But what else can it be? These soldiers saw, were they wearing ghillie suits back then? Is that what it was? It was that 10 supersized soldiers wearing ghillie suits? No. Those are the suits that snipers wear. They drape it over themselves, and it's got tree branches, and it's painted a certain way to look like the environment, and they can lay on the ground with their guns sticking out, and you wouldn't even know they were there. They look like the landscape. I don't think it's that. Is it part ape, part man? I don't think it's that either. Yes, the giant of Kandahar. We've talked about that story about a year ago. That was when in Afghanistan, right? They fought out of a cave some 10, 12 foot, 15-foot giants. They were shooting at these giants, and they wouldn't go down, and they killed a few soldiers. And that is a supposed real event. What was fake? See, you can't just say that. You can't just come out and say it's fake. You can't. You can. right? Saying it's fake? Oh, you're talking about the triathlete's foot? Yeah. Yeah, Tina Mobley made a good point. Tina Mobley said Bigfoot would not have athlete's foot, he would have triathlete's foot. And maybe that's fake. I don't know. But I heard that story too. I heard Bigfoot was drafted. He wasn't even drafted number 1. He was drafted number 3. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Dr. Z. Oh, there's no proof it happened. I know. There's no proof of anything. The channel, the facts at how to hunt. That's you mean the website Off-World Skeletor? The facts at howtohunt.com. Let's take a look. It's not popping up. Yeah, here it is. Got it. Let's see. New sound recording a dead Sasquatch photo. Damn. 13 hours ago they posted this.
Well, too late, way behind. Tried to race home and go down. I want to go down the river, but I can't. Ran out of light. These days are just too. Photo labeled portal. Very recently taken in Washington State by a person who used to look for them. It's an actual, a real true being. I don't know. It sure looks like it to me.
That's the dead Bigfoot? Damn. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Oh my God. Wow, look at this. I mean, it looks real, right? Except for this part right here. It looks like we've got some separation. Something's going on here. It looks like it's ripping apart. Why is the seam? What is this? Is that a seam? That's where they put the hair over the suit? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Recording next?
Head in, man. And hopefully I'll get that audio up here too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for recommending that. That's similar to what you recorded on Identified S4. It does look like a traumatized old trainer. It sure does. It does. It's weird. Bigfoot's weird. You know, I've heard so many different stories and different accounts that I don't know. The recording is a female? Okay. Some people say that's the effing Anunnaki. Tina Mobley. Complaziert says, screaming meatballs. Oh yeah, it did sound like meatballs. You guys are unbelievable. When people say it's fake, it just means based on their accrued experience and judgment, they think it's fake. Make a call what side of the line stuff falls or leave it all on the fence. B. Baker, play the harp video? Hold on. I think I played that yesterday. Did I not? I don't know, dude. The harp video, I think I played that yesterday. I'm looking for... I don't know, man. You'd have to resend it. I've gotten so many emails. I'm looking at all yours. UFOs dart across California. Well, why didn't I see this one? Oh, I forgot to play this yesterday. I'll play it now. But I don't know where the harp thing is. God. Hold on a second. I'm going to play this video. And I don't know how I didn't play this. Swarm of UFOs dart across California skies. Days after pilots record fleet of UFOs flying over Pacific Ocean. This was December 14th this story came out. But I don't like it at all. Yeah, I don't like this video, B. Baker, because it looks like it's skylights. Did I get a $5 Lord Ludicrous Plaid with a $5 super chat? Notice how the conversation changed after Lou did his YouTube circuit and conferences. Now it's all about orbs and ghosts, not on physical craft and drones. Yeah, no doubt. Lou is trying to get away from that because he knows it's bad. And when you talk about ghosts and things like that, you really don't have a lot of proof. He's not saying they're ghosts. He says they might be beings that could be, like a ghost. I don't know. Maybe he is saying ghosts. Whatever Lou's saying, he's changed. And I don't like it. I'm going to play this video. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Lord Ludicrous Plaid, because you're a continuing supporter of Goofon. Thank you. Mucho gusto, generoso. You can help support Goofon, through PayPal as well. Yeah. Cash App. All the links are in the description and the homepage of Goofon in the About button. Check out this video. I don't like this at all. I don't like it one bit. I hate this video. And I'll show you why I don't think it's drones. First of all, they're moving very, very fast. And some of these seem to go fast and stop, like on a dime, and then move again. Watch it.
Some are staying still, some are moving.
Lights. I haven't been on Twitter today. I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's a weather phenomenon. I think it's real. I think it's spotlights from a distance. I don't know. It says there doesn't seem to be any explanation that we could find for what we're seeing here. It's a mystery. Of course, one answer could be this is a UFO, or lots of them, more like. The shocking footage is the second sighting in what witnesses claim are UFOs in the past week. As a pilot flew over Hong Kong and the South China Sea at an altitude of 39,000 feet, 3 sets of bright objects are seen blinking through the clouds. Oh, here's some footage of it. Oh, this one? See, I think this is fake. After all is said and done. If you line these up, I don't know, they're all synced up. I don't know, something about it doesn't seem right. I'm the only one who's going to say I think this is a fake. I just do. It seems fake to me. It looks okay, but I think it's a fake. I do. I really, really feel confident it's a fake. Who gives a shit if it's pilots? Oh, they're pilots. They wouldn't lie. Yeah, of course they would. They wouldn't risk their job in coming out and saying that. Well, maybe they were paid to say that. Or maybe they were given a favor to some government group saying those are real. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if it's real or fake. But I'm not going out on a limb by saying I think this is fake. I think I'd be in the right wheelhouse of saying that it's fake. Whatever. But this to me, I don't know. This is, I think, in the sky, of course. But I believe this is some sort of light. It's lights. Why would UFOs do that right there? Seriously. What's the point of doing that right there? There is no point. What's the motivation? There is none. There isn't any. You guys want to know? I seen this question being brought up every time we talk about the moon or about Mars. Why did Joe Rogan all of a sudden stop talking about the moon landings being faked? That's because the government was after him. Well, Alex Jones thought that at one time, but he got the message wrong and made up his own lie. Let's hear what Joe has to say.
Bitches. I got a question for you, man. Okay. So, I've been a fan of you for a long time, right? So what? Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. What what made you make the switch from like being a moon landing denier to
been done about how to get a rocket to the moon and back? I definitely don't know enough.
It's rocket science.
And I've looked at a lot of very compelling documentaries that explain why they think it was hoaxed. And they'll show you some footage, and you can look at some of the footage, and it looks fake as fuck. There's some footage that, to me, looks really doctored. There's
to this day?
Yeah, to this day. There's some when you ever seen ones where it looks like they're on wires, like the astronauts are on wires?
I have.
There's some where there's a video where they look like they're on a trampoline. They're bouncing around on trampolines.
Mm-hmm.
The physics are different in different videos. This is where it gets weird. Like the physics are different from the Apollo 11 moon landing. We see them waddle around on the surface of the moon. They're moving at like half speed. And then you see them in other ones, like the one where they bounce around the air. You're like, wow, they're moving different. They're in this.
We've all seen those, right? Where there's video. It looks like they're on wires. The guy falls down, but then he gets pulled back. And you look at that video and you're like, how does anybody on the moon go backwards like that? They have the backpack that weighs, what, 150 pounds or something? But on the moon, these people only had about 65 pounds on their backs. So it's possible that they got, I don't know, man. That they were on wires. I think what happened is they recorded some stuff that they were on the moon just in case they died, just in case something went wrong. And I think some of those oh, thank you, Dorothy. For the PayPal support. Appreciate that. I see it here. It just came through. But thank you for that. But the moon, we went to the moon, I believe, and back. And the reason I believe that, I watched this documentary that convinced me we went to the moon. The moon, the very first one, and I think the second one, they showed 24/7 on the TV. If it was recorded to show a continuing cycle of them on the moon, there would have had to have been miles and miles of reel tape, like real film, on those big wheels that they show movies on. And for them to show that, do you know how big they used 2 of these big reels during a 2-hour movie? Imagine 24 hours, imagine 5 days, 2 days, whatever it was, 2 days, 3 days there, 2 days back. I don't know. It was a long time. You would have to have dozens and dozens of these reels And you would have to have them not break. Because you know how reels, when you used to watch a movie in school and the reel would break every now and then? I mean, we're talking 1969 here. Not the greatest of technology. But those reels would have broken. And people would have seen those reels. There would have been dozens and dozens of them. There's just no way that they continually showed us on the moon as a recording. How they did it, we'll never know for sure. So I choose to believe they did go to the moon. And there's a lot of problems with them there going back, that press conference they had. But I want to hear why Joe Rogan decided to believe.
The same thing, right, but it looks different. The first one was very grainy. They showed it on a projection screen.
Right.
There's a couple different possibilities. One possibility is it just looks weird because it's on the moon, and your brain is trying to interpret it, and your brain's going, well, that's fake, because you don't really understand what 1/6 Earth's gravity really does to a body.
Yeah.
That's one possibility. Right. Another possibility, which has been shown to be true, is that some of the stuff that they passed off as being legitimate photographs of space travel was actually test runs where they blacked out the background and pretended that they were in space. And there's one really clear example of this. It's Michael Collins. Michael Collins, who was the guy who was aboard Apollo 11.
Right.
And Gemini 15. There's a photo of him in the middle of a, what is it when they walk around outside the background and flip the picture upside down?
That's the joint right there.
It's the same exact photo. Same exact photo. I mean, people have lined it up and switched it over. It's the same photo. It's just been edited. So the one on the left, and it was apparently just an image that had already been published of him in a training exercise. And they blacked out the background and flipped the picture upside down.
That's the joint right there.
It's the same exact photo. Same exact photo. I mean, people have lined it up and switched it over. It's the same photo.
See, I don't think it's the same photo. Is it? You can see a lot more of this shoe, the bottom of it. See, this looks different than this one. I guess they did the contrast on it. You can see this right here, the wall, or whatever this is. Down here, I don't know. It looks the same. See if that has a little... See, even this is different. Even this strap is a little bit off. This one has a little bit of a curve to it. This one doesn't. I don't know. It looks different. I don't think it's the same, but maybe it is. See, where's this? This is it. They flipped it. Yeah, they did a good job tricking us. See this here? It goes down. Let's see. It's covered up more. See this white thing? That cuts right here. That white thing is up here. I don't see it cutting into that. I think this is different. I don't think it's the same. And just my opinion. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Unless they manipulated it somehow and I'm not seeing it right. But it doesn't look like a mirror image to me. It's close. What do I know? All right, let's move along. We've got... now, I wanted to talk about this Bledsoe picture. You've seen it? Let me pull it up here. I'm going to put it behind me in the virtual background. Because it's easier. That's why. I think that Bledsoe is lying. You can see right here. He posted this yesterday, or day before or something, and said that this is an orb in his backyard, or he took a picture of an orb. And when you look at the orb, it was you can see a dog's face. Well, somebody told me today that they think it is this. That it looks very similar. I mean, you can see it yourself. You could even see the eye right here, that little bump right here, kind of, right under the eye. I don't know if it's exactly the same dog, but those are projection pendants where you could project your dog or loved one's photo on the wall on a background. And I think that's what he did. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So, I think Bledsoe's a liar. I've been saying it since day one. I think the guy is trying to dupe everybody into thinking he is talking to aliens and has interactions with them. Science Blob McGuire spent 5 days there at Bledsoe's and said, I saw things I couldn't explain. You saw things that you've never seen before because you're not a real researcher. That was one of the few times you probably ever spent at somebody's house or did an investigation on the paranormal. So it's easy to fool you and anybody else who is into this field who doesn't know what to look for. So that's what I wanted to show people. And I got to thank my good friend, she knows who she is, for giving me the insight on these pendants. Projection pendants for pets. I'll pull it up. Images, here we go. Here we go. Here they are. Here's one. I thought it was this dog at first. It's not. But you can see. Projection necklace. $30. That's it. That's all it is. I think that's what he did. And these are very popular. I would have gotten one in the old days. But, you know. What are you going to do? All dogs go to heaven, big fat creep. You got that right. Why not use Photoshop to compare things? I do. What do you mean, here? I guess I could. I guess I could start doing that. I do, but I don't do it on the show. I think showing you the picture is good enough. I mean, why do I need Photoshop for this? Do I think that's the dog? I don't know. I don't think it's the same exact dog. And I spent 30 minutes scrolling, looking for that dog. There's so many different types out there. I wasn't getting anywhere, and to be quite honest, I mean, do you really believe that Bledsoe is... I mean, this right here should be proof enough. It isn't. That is the paranormal for you. But we have seen with Christopher Bledsoe time and time again that the things he's catching isn't what he says it is. Orbs that he says were real spirit orbs were literally lens flares. You know when you look at a bright light and you see the little circle? He thought that was a UFO moving around. Come on, man. This guy's a knucklehead. He's the knucklehead, as Charles Barkley would say. He's a knucklehead. Nothing but a knucklehead. I don't know. But I didn't hear Joe Rogan say anything yet.
Have I seen a lot of evidence that looks fake? And does that mean that they didn't go to the moon? Right. No, it doesn't. There's a bunch of different possibilities. There's a ton of different possibilities. There's also the possibility that whatever photographs they took can get severely damaged in the radiation of space, and that it was really difficult to do. Right. Attention of us, so we want to win these arguments.
That's
and
what,
we want, we want to be right. I think it gets real scary when you want to be right, and then you're willing to ignore evidence that might show that you're wrong. Right. And that's how I felt about myself. And by the way, if you wanted a conspiracy that's a good one, that seems like it might be possible, the moon landing is one of the best ones, and this is why it's so attractive. Between 1969 and 1973,
you still on the fence about this, huh?
No, no, I'm not at all.
Okay.
But I'm on the I don't know shit fence. Mm-hmm. That's where I live.
All right.
But between that
got a lot
time,
of facts on this side. I'm with you though.
Hey, what else can Joe Rogan say? He doesn't know. Nobody knows. But I'm looking in the chat room. Take a look at this. What else can I say about Bledsoe? Okay, what else can I say about Bledsoe? There's nothing else I can say. You know, do your own research. That's all I can say, right? That's all I can say. All right, I'm going to play something for you. This was from I played this, I think, one time. And I think the last time I played it was a year ago, believe it or not. Yeah, I can't play the music, so I'm going to have to go forward a little bit. I'm just going to play this for a minute. Check it out. I mean, you guys have a hard time believing people. So do I. I do too. When you meet these people face to face, though, as I met Alan C. Tolman at the Fast Walkers movie premiere, the guy tells a really good story. Now, for some of you who don't know, CNUFOS TV that was my very first channel I had a long time ago. Well, yeah, along 2007. I have been trying to find a way to get this channel back, believe it or not. But check this out. This is my own original interview.
Looking at is a photograph that George Adamski took, right?
1951.
1951. And this is of what again?
Carrier ship.
And can you explain again to me what those these little bumps were?
Well, a lot of their instrumentation are contained in these domes and bumps up here.
Oh, okay.
Sensing devices.
Okay.
That they would use for proximity to other craft and in orbiting around another planet like Earth.
And then we have some. I've seen these photos over here.
This is the carrier ship beginning. They begin to launch out here of some of the control scanning discs, and as they get closer, you see a scout ship with the bell shape.
Wow.
This scout ship will command these 5.
That's unbelievable.
And they'll come down to Earth and they'll take air samples, they'll take water samples, vegetation samples, check the electric fields, static electricity and so forth. And they're constantly doing that. So we get a chance to see them, but they don't pay too much attention to us.
Right.
They just go about their business doing what they have to do.
Now, George Adamski took these way back when, but how far away were these? Were these in space, or did he get these in the atmosphere?
Space, and they were done with a 6-inch telescope.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
This is a German type 3x4 plate type camera. I've used that. It takes excellent pictures. Got excellent optics.
Wow.
Here he has a 15-inch dome with a 15-inch telescope. And a UFO that came down when I was there using a scope came down right behind They're 15 years old in this area right here.
That's unbelievable. And what year was that?
We have 4 witnesses to that.
What year was that?
That was 1955.
How come you don't think we've had any photos like this since then? I mean, we've seen a few things, but nothing to this. Unbelievable.
George was an early contactee, and people from all the world kind of picked him out as a person they wanted to contact.
Right.
So they gave him the picture-taking opportunity. A lot of people said, well, his pictures look like his stage.
Right.
Well, yeah, they hung him in space and go ahead, shoot away. Picture Buckingham in England in 1954.
You come around here.
This craft during the day.
Oh yeah.
Coming closer and closer, and then it finally comes down and lands. It's the same.
That's unbelievable.
Ship as Adamski took. You know, the scout ships. They're called scout ships.
Okay.
They hold 3 to 5 people. And this ship landed, and the guy got out and spent an hour talking with Cedric Allingham, and he's got a book.
It's unbelievable.
But that would see, they're all back in the mid-50s. Early 50s, mid-50s, late 40s.
That's good stuff.
Nobody was afraid of flying saucers.
Right.
Nobody was being ridiculed.
Right. There were no movies about them, really. And what's this colored one here I see? I think I've seen this once before.
Yeah, a 14-year-old boy in Tulsa, Oklahoma took this with a camera. You see the 2 portholes.
Yeah.
You see the flange. And then underneath is some of the multiple colors that they sometimes generate.
Sure.
Depending on what energy they set up on the skin of the ship. The ships are 2 ships, one inside of another, like a thermos bottle. That's so that whatever voltages they play on the outside does not adversely affect the people on the inside.
Okay.
So the inside ship is like a Faraday shield. They should learn the basic physics.
This is amazing.
Yeah, sure, barely. For me, it was only 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, right.
Unbelievable.
Pretty interesting. What a neat guy. He was a lot of fun. And that was the premiere of Fast Walkers that I was in. I was the only Skywatcher that was in that whole movie. And there was a reason for it. Pretty cool stuff. I like going down memory lane. Yeah, that's off my old Seeing UFOs TV. Yep. 408 subscribers. When I started GoofOn, there was only 257 or something. So people have seen this through the show and have subscribed to it. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get this channel back, but I really want it. I really want this channel back. There's not a lot of videos up here. I have my city in the sky. This was one of the triangles I captured. Show you this one. Can't play the music. On June 21st. Now, June 21st is the first day of summer, folks. I've captured 2 triangles on June 21st. So I keep thinking, well, did I capture 3 satellites that just happened to appear around each other? No, this was going from north to south, and then it turned a little bit, and then they dimmed out when they pretty much above my head. But this was during a dust storm with 40-mile-an-hour winds, and it was going against the wind. So I believe that either these are 3 satellites or they're UFOs. But I'll play it for you for the hell of it. I can't put the sound up just yet. Let's see. Now, this is what sucks about this channel. I have the video, but I thought I made it better by turning up the contrast. It actually made it worse. And this is on a tripod. This is a camera that has no optical imaging stabilizer, so it's as good as it's going to get.
There it is.
And there's 2 of them. The third one's somewhere back here. You'll see it come up in a minute. Here we go.
Right by the stars. That's 2. Where's the third one's up here? There it is. Look at this. 3 lights.
There's 2. Third one's up here. Right there. It gets better. You'll see. I messed with it a little bit. You can see them go by this star.
There's two of them.
There's the third one up top left a little bit.
It's up here.
Right here.
There it is. See it to the left?
Right there. There.
There's the two.
There.
There's three right there.
There.
Watch this. It's in a row. Check it out. Look at this.
Not bad, huh? 1, 2, and the third one right there. Going right by that star.
Look at this. Oh,
Not much of a triangle anymore. It started out as a triangle. No blinking lights, nothing.
Speck on the lens. I had to put this at night vision.
Go a little
This is
bit.
heading south.
Go a little further.
I just kicked my tripod.
Yeah, now it changed direction a little bit. There. There.
I wish something else would happen. They're probably going to do it. A little closer here. There's no structure, I can tell.
So this is approximately exactly 2 years I've been skywatching. And I believe this was the fourth triangle I captured.
Things almost come to a complete standstill.
It is moving really slow now. It's going to go by these stars. So what are they? Are they just satellites?
Come on, man. Shoot a beam or something. Show me something. Was that?
It's not balloons. And balloons in a dust storm? Are you kidding me? That storm, it's 35-mile-an-hour winds, 40 miles an hour or so.
Look, you can see right through it. Okay, so.
Thank you, Mr. Catfish, 2100.
Kind of keeping their.
$2 super chat. Appreciate the support. And this is where they go out. Watch this. Here they come creeping at the top. 1, 2. The third one already there. It's going out.
Oh, it's dimming out. One of them just went out.
There goes the other one. It's out. That's it. I think.
One went out.
Is there a third one?
They just went out. As we got.
That's it. Pretty interesting. Hey, thank you, Xavi G310 for the $5 super chat. Mucho gusto generoso. And you are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. I appreciate that. You and Mr. Catfish just rounding out today's show. Appreciate it. So what? Everything we see can be debunked pretty much, right? I just showed you a video of 3 lights that could easily be satellites. Of course I looked it up. There was nothing on the satellite finder back then, which I used JPass and Heavens Above, that it didn't show 3 satellites appearing coming from the north turning east. So it's interesting. You just watch them. I've captured 5 of those. And they're all the same. They go pretty slow. They go overhead. They can be down, miles away. But the very first one I captured, I thought I only saw 2, and it was 3. And I watched it park over the McDowell Mountains, and it stayed there. I taped it for 5 full minutes, and then some clouds came in and blocked it out. But that was pretty amazing. Man, I got to tell you. Now, let me show you something, a big mistake. This is from Mavi777 UFO Alarm. This says, something interesting in the Boynton Beach, Florida sky, and strange thing recorded by the plane passenger. But they think this is something special. This is a lens flare from the camera, from the sun. It's just reflecting into the thing. And they think this is something that fell out of the sky. It's not. It's a chemtrail. It's a freaking chemtrail. That's it. Why do people think that this is something magical? It's not. That's not. And then they get into this. Something seen out of an airplane window. A cloud? Another trail? Come on, that's just part of a chemtrail. Anyway, just interesting stuff to look at. That's all. That's all it is. That's all they're showing us. Here is, oh, what is this? Wait a second. Oh, okay, that's not real. It's weird. Propaganda from North Korea. I was going to show you that, but I'm not. Didn't I have one more? Interstellar space travel? Yeah, let's get rid of that. NASA has revealed a stunning first photo of the distant world of Ultima Thule. What? The most distant object that humanity has ever explored. Was it as they expected? This is the backside of Jupiter's moon, Castillo, a dark icy cratered ball. Pretty much what they expected, and possibly the last thing in the solar system. I'm not doing that. Freemasons. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Now I can't find it. Well, that takes care of that then. I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. This is Goof On. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be back. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. And if I were you, I'd look for something else later on tonight. Maybe on Goof On or Third Phase UFO Report. But something else will be popping up somewhere in a few hours. Possibly patrons. It could be patrons. I think it's got, maybe it is patrons. I think it is. I think I got a patron video. And no, maybe I don't. Maybe it's Third Phase UFO Report. Anyway, keep your eyes open. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I want to thank the moderators and super chatters for everything you do. This show runs very smoothly with all your help and support. And the only reason we go 6 nights a week or 6 days and 1 early evening, it's because of your support. So keep the support coming in. You can use PayPal, Cash App, and or become a patron. And I want to thank the newcomers and the veterans. I appreciate it. Giving the show just a few minutes. Take a minute, see if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, thumbs up, share, because that helps the algorithm. We like to see 50 comments and 200 thumbs up. We get pretty close. We're almost there. But thank you for your support. Thank you for giving the show a try. Appreciate that. Hopefully you'll be back tomorrow with me right here on YouTube. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. We are Goof On, where truthology is ufology. What? Oh, we're truthology for ufology. Good night.